Of all the big reveals that the Avengers Doomsday cast announcement facilitated, I think there's something special about what the new MCU Avengers team lineup will look like. It has been 6 years since the Avengers last assembled, which will grow to 7 by the time Avengers Doomsday is released on May 1, 2026. Like many others, I think this is far too long for a franchise that somewhat hinges on their team-ups keeping the shared universe's through line on a straight path. Their absence has made the multiverse saga feel disparate. Thankfully, the Avengers Doomsday cast reveal has helped to reinvigorate dwindling enthusiasm as fans speculate about how such characters as Fox's X-Men will slot into their first Avengers movie and how they will interact with the MCU's flagship cast. Despite this novelty, the sheer length of time that has transpired since the MCU's established cast interacted together also can't be overlooked. Regarding the new Avengers, the very team for which Avengers Doomsday is named, I think we're in for a real treat based on what the Avengers Doomsday live stream revealed. For years, it's been unclear who will be on the MCU's new Avengers team. The MCU hasn't been very forthcoming about the new team. Avengers Endgame ended with the dissolution of the Avengers after 3 leading members either died or retired, leaving it up to new blood to reassemble the team. Unfortunately, nobody rose to the occasion for 6 years until Sam Wilson, as the new Captain America, resolved to do so at the end of Captain America: Brave New World. While we have known ever since Avengers Doomsday, then Avengers The Kang Dynasty, was announced that a new team of Avengers would assemble eventually, Marvel Studios decided to keep the fandom in the dark regarding the upcoming team's makeup. Speculation, therefore, has been running rampant every year since Avengers Endgame. For example, fans have been sure of Shang-Chi's eventual enlistment ever since Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings was released in September 2021. Since then, the list of potential candidates has grown to a mind-boggling degree, with even minor characters like Hercules, who appeared for a matter of seconds in the Thor: Love and Thunder post-credits scene, being fronted as possible candidates. Thankfully, we are now one step closer to a much clearer picture. The MCU's Avengers Doomsday cast finally gives us a better idea of what to expect. A few names are likely going to be a part of the Avengers. The Avengers Doomsday live stream steadily unveiled the main cast for the movie by periodically revealing cast chairs emblazoned with actors' names over 5.5 hours. This opened with Chris Hemsworth, one of the longest-serving and prolific actors in the MCU, after starring in 4 solo movies and 4 Avengers movies. This leaned into expectations from the jump, as Thor was last seen swinging Mjolnir in defense of the universe in Thor: Love and Thunder. It therefore makes sense that he would continue rallying against universal threats like Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday. 2 more unsurprising additions to the cast were Anthony Mackie and Danny Ramirez, whose characters were last seen discussing reforming the Avengers in Captain America: Brave New World. Simu Liu's name also helped to vindicate expectations that Shang-Chi would finally reappear after 5 years to fight alongside the Avengers. It is also safe to assume that Paul Rudd's Ant-Man will return to his Avengers role after providing the team with game-changing information on the quantum realm and joining them on the time heist in Avengers Endgame. It is less clear, however, whether other names on the list will join the Avengers. After appearing at this year's CinemaCon, Kevin Feige suggested that the Wakandan contingent, which so far includes Letitia Wright's Shuri and Winston Duke's M'Baku, will comprise their own team, as will the returning Thunderbolts. Still, this fills me with excitement, as even though details about the new team are still scarce, it shows the direction that Marvel is heading in. Seeing the Doomsday cast, I'm actually excited to see who's on the new Avengers team. The cast is already looking strong. It is safe to say that the reveal of the new Avengers members has started strong. The likes of Shuri, Shang-Chi, and Thor have starred in some of the MCU's best-rated and highest-grossing movies, promising a fine pedigree of composite members. I have also wanted to see Anthony Mackie's Captain America assume a leadership role ever since he was bequeathed the shield in Avengers Endgame, and I loved the glimpse we saw in Captain America: Brave New World with his touching relationship with Danny Ramirez, Falcon. Feige also promised more to come, which is a relief. I was initially stunned to see Mark Ruffalo's name omitted from the first wave of Avengers Doomsday cast members, but the promise of more down the line means there is still a chance for Marvel to give Hulk his due. Furthermore, it's heartening to see that Shang-Chi hasn't been forgotten, which paves the way for other newly introduced MCU heroes like Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight and Tatiana Maslany's She-Hulk to join the team. Tenoch Huerta Mejia's Namor is also in a grey space, as he could either side with the Wakandans or the Avengers or act as a lone wolf in the fight against Doctor Doom. It would be interesting to see how the morally ambiguous character would fare in a team of superheroes. Whatever the case, it is clear that the current Avengers team still has plenty of spaces to fill before Avengers Doomsday releases next year, and I can't wait to see who will fill them.